The second altcoins start to move. Traders pull up one chart, Bitcoin dominance, and most of them read it backwards. The idea sounds simple. Dominance goes down, your alts are pumping. Dominance goes up, they're bleeding. Clean story. It's also only half the story, and the missing half is the half that tells you whether you actually made any money. Start with what the line measures. Bitcoin dominance is Bitcoin's share of the entire crypto market. Take Bitcoin's market cap, its price times the coins in circulation, and divide it by the market cap of every crypto added together. The result is a percentage. On most charting tools, you'll see it as the ticker BTC.D. So if Bitcoin were the whole market, dominance would be 100%. The more value that lives in everything else, the lower that number goes. Here's the part people skip. Dominance is a ratio, not a price. It has two moving parts, Bitcoin on top and the entire market on the bottom. And a ratio can move because of either one. Dominance can fall while Bitcoin's price is climbing. That happens when alts are climbing even faster. Dominance can rise while Bitcoin's price is dropping. That happens when alts are dropping harder. So, on its own, dominance is up, tells you nothing about whether your portfolio is green or red today. It only tells you who's winning the race, not which direction the race is running. That's why the chart only becomes useful when you pair it with one more thing. Is the whole market rising or falling? Put those two together, and the picture finally makes sense. First, the market's rising and dominance is rising. Bitcoin is leading the rally. Alts might be up too, but they're lagging behind. This is what people mean by a Bitcoin-led market. Second, the market's rising and dominance is falling. Now alts are outrunning Bitcoin. This is the setup everyone's actually pointing at when they say the word Altseason. Then, the market's falling and dominance is rising. Everything's down, but alts are down harder, and money is huddling into Bitcoin as the relative safe haven of crypto. And finally, the market's falling, and dominance is falling too. The rare one. That's Bitcoin leading the way down. Same dominance direction, completely different outcomes for your bags, depending entirely on whether the whole market is green or red. Dominance is one axis. You need both. There's one more wrinkle that trips up even experienced traders. The standard market cap on the bottom of that ratio includes stablecoins. So when more dollars get tokenized, more Tether, more USDC minted and sitting on exchanges, the bottom of the ratio grows and Bitcoin dominance ticks down. Mechanically, even if not a single coin's price changed. That's why some traders watch a version of dominance with stablecoins stripped out. Same idea, but a cleaner read on the actual tug of war between Bitcoin and the rest of the market, without the stablecoin supply muddying it. And be careful comparing today's dominance to some number from years ago. Back then, there were a few hundred tokens. Now there are millions, and a lot of that headline market cap sits in coins with tiny float and enormous paper valuations. Value that's real on a screen and a lot thinner in practice. That inflates the bottom of the ratio. So the dominance number is shaped by how the rest of the market is counted, not just by how strong Bitcoin is. Trust the trend and the direction more than the exact level. So back to that trader pulling up dominance to find out if their bags are pumping. They're asking the chart a question it can't answer. Dominance doesn't tell you up or down. It tells you who's winning, relative to everyone else. Pair it with the total market, and it's one of the cleanest reads on rotation in all of crypto. It shows you where the money is flowing. Read it alone, and it's the most misunderstood line on the screen. So next time dominance drops, don't celebrate just yet. Check whether the whole market's even green first. Dominance won't tell you if you're up. It tells you who's winning. Those aren't the same question. We cover crypto on the days that actually matter, with explainers when it helps. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you next time.